video yet again. So this truck's super cool. I think this is going to be fun. This is sort of a ghost Land Cruiser, so to speak. One that supposedly doesn't exist, but here you go. Here's one. So back before I started Icon, we had a nice relationship with Toyota. We did restorations for many of their museums and for many dealerships and some event prep. We worked on the Hydrogen Highlander project and did some consulting, but nothing super deep. And then one day the phone rang and it was Mr. Toyota on the phone. So I'm thinking, Mr. Toyota? Now, I didn't even know at that time that there was a Mr. Toyota. So I took the phone call like, yeah, what, you know? And turned out it was Mr. Toyota, who now is running the party there. And basically they came to us, our TLC brand at the time, which is known for, you know, classic Land Cruiser restorations. I think they really came to us because they wanted to figure out why on earth Americans were going through all this effort to restore an old car. Because see, culturally, Japanese culture, especially corporate culture, is about never looking back. So you never reference a previous success. You never rest on your laurels, so to speak. And they really kind of wanted to understand what it was. Like, they felt that we had our fingers on the heartbeat of vintage Land Cruiser culture, which we do and did. And one thing led to another, and they ended up hiring me to design one and then 3 vehicles for what became the modern FJ Cruiser. So initially the contract was for 1, and that's fine. I was good with that. And I went overseas to different Toyota plants, including going to San Bernardo de Campo in Sao Paulo, Brazil, to the Bandeirante factory, which I had been to on my own in the past, banging on the door, trying to getting them to sell me parts, to no avail. That's another story. So anyway, gosh, this is a long story, huh? Fell in love with the Bandeirante 4-door crew cab truck, which at the time was a new model and was being built for municipal power companies, the military, railroad, stuff like that. Mr. Toyota got wind that I had a huge chubby for the truck. It didn't go anywhere. Then I got a call that Mr. Toyota basically asked me if I would be willing to build 2 more prototypes for the FJ Cruiser project in the same time frame we had agreed to build 1 in. And of course I was happy for the extra work, so it meant nights and weekends and a lot of overtime, but we did it. Well, it turns out, I guess that was kind of a personal favor, which resulted magically in one day getting a phone call from FedEx and going to the Van Nuys airport to pick up this assembly. So brought the truck back to the shop. It came fully painted and fully assembled. I then took an old FJ45 LV wagon chassis that I had at the shop and title and everything, kind of a derelict truck. And I mishmashed the pieces together. I upgraded the seats to these BMW Power 3 Series seats. I upgraded insulation, audio. I changed out the front bib and turn signal lights to US style Toyota Land Cruiser stuff. And I repowered it with a 6-liter Vortec with a 4L85E 3/4 ton trans and a 19 spline split case transfer case from an FJ60. And the end result is the truck you see here. So this truck was my daily driver for a number of years. I used it for anything and everything. And then I eventually kind of needed some funds to help grow Icon, and I sold it. The guy I sold it to gifted it to his father, and unfortunately his father recently passed, so the truck came back to us to resell. Super cool truck, beyond rare. I mean, I think I built 4 of them from body parts that we got from Toyota of Brazil. Toyota has since closed the factory, so that's no longer an option. And the vehicles, as they are in Brazil, factory built, are not federalizable, so they're not going to be legal for import into the US. Once they're 25 years of age, they will be, but even then they've got an anemic 4-banger diesel and whatever. It's just kind of a different creature. So there you go. The truck has about 23,000 miles on it. Current odometer shows under 1,000, but that's because we updated the gauges and the dash panels as well as the front bumper. I think that was it when we resold it to the previous owner. It has a Nakamichi 6-disc head unit that's fairly outdated. A whole bank of amps and speakers, again fairly outdated, but works great. You could leave it or update it. In-dash heat vent AC from Vintage Air works fine. Digital odometer, analog speedo, those are all modern gauges but with a vintage look. Center dash panel is in the style of the 83 FJ40, but it's actually again a modified factory Bandeirante piece. The door panels and armrests are all leather wrapped, hand stitched. Door panel is a really unique carbon fiber heat laminated top grain leather I sourced from a unique company called Hellcore Leader Tech in Germany. Do like high-end sportswear and shoe leathers. Through a friend in that industry, I found this super cool material. The most durable leather you could ever have in a car. It's been in this truck, what, 10 years and or longer, and it's still absolutely perfect. Carpet is Rolls-Royce Wilton wool hemmed in leather. Extensive use of Dynamat. I guess that's it. If I were going to keep this truck, I hate the rearview mirrors. They wobble. They're those Taiwanese aftermarket FJ40 mirrors everybody sells, and they just suck. So I'd like to see that upgraded to the new Icon rearview mirrors, but that's just my opinion. Mechanically, truck is in top condition. It was just fully sorted when it came in this time for resale. Unfortunately, I don't have the memory skills to recall that, but I know it was an air filter, it was fluids, it was an oil pan gasket, I believe, new Old Man Emu suspension bushings, which by the way, it has Emu leads and shocks, vacuum assist, brakes, disc front, drum rear, rear axles, a full floater. Steering box is a FJ62 box. Steering column is an I Did It tilt column with a Lacara black leather wrapped wheel. The rear bumper is a Kmart unit imported from Australia. It's been modified in that the wings have been cut. The Class 2 receiver on it is functioning, but I added a Class 3 that's gusseted to the chassis below it, along with trailer electrical. We coated the bed in Line-X, and the cabin floors have also been coated in the heat-cured polyurea prior to the insulation and carpet being applied. Over the bed, you will see like an old canopy-style cover. That's all done in Mercedes 3-ply Hartz canvas, top quality materials. The sides roll and scroll up, as does the rear panel. Sides and rear panel are also removable. And then the whole thing mounts to extruded aluminum channels that bolt onto the bed rails. So you can remove the entire piece as one assembly as well if you'd like to. And that's probably enough information. If you like the truck, grab it. You're not likely to have opportunity to buy one again. Any questions, please reach out to us. Phones 818-280-3330. Websites TLC4x4.com. Facebook's just little old me, Jonathan Ward. And that's all I got. So thanks again for your time. Have a good day.